his fault is he not know how to use a microphone? Get around. He doesn't have his thing memorized and his hands are shaking. Stop, man! Stop! I'm sailing away. Oh, man, I'm through today. Don't worry. Hold your horses. Oh, stop it there. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Full Circus. Kiss me, I'm Irish. Just kidding, please do not do that. I do not have Irish in my blood, or so I say. I like to believe I'm 1000% Italian, and I refuse to take a DNA test. But regardless, don't go around kissing people just because they're Irish. What does that mean? They have a couple doubloons and orange hair? That's no good reason to lay your lips on somebody and give them a schmack. No, dude. And also, it's the fact that they have money and live at the end of a rainbow. Kind of a bit of a gold digger. I'm just going to say it, okay? I'm just going to say it. If you're kissing people just because they're Irish, I think you need to reevaluate your life. But anyways, my name is Tristan Sartoris. I'm happy to be here with you guys today. And, if this is your first time clicking onto the show and you're like, whoa, boom, energy, what is going on? There's no drugs, there's no alcohol, there's no sort of substances involved in this explosion of personality. I'm just happy, man. I'm just happy to, get back in here in front of you and tell that I am putting the pieces together, okay? Now, the last few episodes I've mentioned that my whole sandcastle of life has been crumbling down. The waves have been crashing and slowly eroding away back to the shore. But finally, I've separated myself from the coast a little bit, and I'm stacking them up and putting the sand pieces. I'm getting away from, the football players and people that are playing volleyball that may or may not take a chunk out of my delicious and supreme utopia. So, whatever. I'm getting my life lined up right, okay? I'm putting the blocks in place where they need to be. Kind of like the little toddler things where like square block in the square hole. Okay, I get it. I'm putting things where they need to be. My diet's locked in, my training, my workout, my work, and it's just everything from the top down. I feel disciplined and I feel good and I feel great. So I'm coming in here not just happy and thrilled that I get to share with you, but also quite prideful, if I must say. Now, you shouldn't be feeling overly prideful in yourself, but hey, that's something I'm going to have to work on. So yeah, man, I'm feeling good, and I'm happy that I can report back that we're making the changes necessary to hush forward. So anyways, man, last we heard, I was heading off to a wedding, okay, and I was stressed out about a lot of different things, and one of those was the best man speech, and another was that I didn't even have all the pieces of my suit put together. We were supposed to be wearing matching suits and bow ties and shoes and whatnot. So the night before I had to drive hours away, okay, for not only the wedding, but the day before, the rehearsal, venue setup, doesn't matter. I was just booked, just emotionally, mentally, everything was, I'm trying to get everything done. And I had so many auditions and work-related things and personal things that were falling apart. And I managed to get them all done, but I only slept about 40 minutes before I woke up. And the whole suit thing was tricky. Getting the bow tie was tricky. I didn't know how to tie a bow tie, and I had to try and study that. I had to go and get shoes at the last second. I'm like, oh my gosh, my white Nikes. I don't know if that's going to cut it. Like, the whole Ellen DeGeneres fit just might not be exactly what they're looking for. So I ran to Kohls, and I got the dumbest looking shoes I could find. There's no good looking dress shoes. I'm sorry, all right? And my mom kept trying to comfort me and say, I know it's a little bit of money. I know it's not exciting to buy, but you could wear them with jeans. They'll work. And I go, I don't ever want to wear these again. Ever, dude. Okay? They're not comfortable. I don't think they look good. And quite frankly, I hate that I had to buy them. But not only that, dude. I walked in there and I'm a sucker for a deal. We know this, man. I walk in there, I grab these shoes, and I'm thinking, freaking $60 on these stupid little shoes that I'm only going to wear once. Bling! Camera zooms. 20% off. 20% off what, you may ask? Didn't matter. I don't know. But you better believe I scampered on over. So I found myself not only pressed for time, like I said, I only slept 40 minutes, but wasting so much time doing laps in circles around this freaking clearance aisle thinking, well, what if I need a button-down? What if I find this? Look, oh my gosh. Who knows what we'll get here? And I bought not only the shoes, but this shirt and a few more shirts. And not because I don't have ones that look exactly like this, but because, hey, they were 20% off. I'm an idiot, and I'm exactly what they're looking for. Okay, it's like a magnet. They're like, if anyone else is bad with their money and looking to make impulsive buys, come on down. Like the airplane strip. We got fools. All right, if you're financially awful, come this way. Landing. So, yeah, man, I spent so much money. I was upset about the shoes, but she's like, you know what? If we spend an equal amount of money on things that we don't necessarily want, but feel like we get a good deal, maybe we'll break even. The logic isn't great, but you know what? That's exactly what happened. And then I spent even more time because I got stuck behind these people in the aisle, and they were just complaining and just talking to this lady, the cashier, like going, we need this and the deal. Is this not the right number? Is that not the pipe passcode? And I'm like, oh, I shouldn't have spent so much time in the clearance aisle, or I would have beat them to the punch. So we're waiting, and then they're talking back to me and this other lady. They're like, just eat some snacks. You're gonna be fine. There's snacks over there. Just take a nap. And I'm like, what's going? Okay, just chill. I didn't even complain, and it felt like he was trying to be happy or be nice, but I couldn't get a good read on his energy. Just a couple old folks, and they were trying to get through, and then finally the old lady in front of me goes up next, and sure enough, she's got problems too. She starts signing into this thing and all these cards and whatnot. And I go, goodness gracious. Everybody behind me, prepare. This is what a proper fast checkout looks like. So after another freaking 5-10 minutes, she goes through. I go, whoosh, watch it. I get up to the front and she goes, hey, would you like to sign for the Kohls cartridge? I say, what? She goes, oh, the Kohls cartridge. I go, I don't know what that means, miss, but here's all my crap. I unload all these shirts and different things that, again, were on clearance. And she's like, oh, a Kohls charge. And I say, sure. And she's like, no, do you want to sign up for that? And I go, oh, I don't want these people to wait. And they're all like, yeah, this guy's the best. He's not going to make us wait. And she goes, well, actually, I'll open up a second aisle for them so that way we can do this thing. I go, you had that power the whole time? I waited for like 30 minutes behind people who were doing all this stuff and, juggling all the stupid inconveniences while I waited, and you could just open that up the whole, like, you know what? Yeah. All right. Then fine. I don't know how I suckered myself into this because it was a Kohls charge. I was like, well, we're just going to make a quick little count. How long will it be? But you know what? If no one's going to have to wait, fine. And she says that it'll save you $8. So a sucker for a deal. And I start doing this thing, and then there's more questions, more and more questions. I'm putting in security questions. What was your freaking middle school teacher's name? What was the street that you grew up on? When was your first dog's name? Okay, why are you left or right-handed? What's your number, email? I'm like, well, geez, this is a lot of stuff for $8. And then she finishes it, and she goes, okay, that's all we need. Now you will get your card in 5 to 7 business days. Card? I didn't know I was signing up for. I got a credit card, another credit card. I don't need another credit card, but I heard Kohls charge because that's what it was called, and she duped me. So not only did she it'll be like 30 seconds or a minute. I go, for sure, I got it. I signed up the thing. It takes a long time, and then now I have another credit card. I have to freaking go out and I have to cancel. So again, I was pressed for time to get to this wedding, and I just wasted so much of it, right? Just back and forth, never doing anything. But hey, we got a nice new shirt. So anyways, pressed for time, didn't sleep at all. I journey off to my best friend's wedding because we need to go and help set up the venue. And we actually needed to get there earlier than expected. So not only did I waste time, but I had even less of it than I had thought. So instead of wearing anything nice, I'm like, well, it's like a 3-hour drive or whatever. I'm just going to wear my pajamas, dress comfortable, and then once we get there, I'll put on jeans or something so I can help, right? I don't want to be there in my pajamas. It's a nice, beautiful venue and everything. Halfway there, my mom calls me, and she says, hey, did you by chance forget everything? And I go, no, I look in the back. Sure enough, dude, my bag of my speech and laptop and all my clothes and everything, not with me, because I was so discombobulated, one, by not having sleep, but also still the fact that I have another credit card, apparently, and I forgot all my crap. So now I'm halfway there. We're pressed for time. There is no turning back. So I'm thinking I'm going to have to stop at another Kohls when we get there, get suckered into another clearance aisle, buy some new clothes, and make sure I can get a new... I don't even know, okay? There's no time, but I'm just kind of upset that it happened. And then we find out that we can basically... My mom can give the backpack to another family member that's also going that direction. Doesn't matter. I got the backpack, but later that evening. So... for as much money as I just spent on these clothes and these nice things that I'm looking forward to showing off, I didn't get to do that. I spent the entire venue meeting extended family, people I didn't know, friends, people, this nice classy venue, lots of lights and twinkles and sparkles. I'm in my freaking pajamas. The whole hey, how you doing? Best man, best man. Oh, you're in your PJs. Okay, there was zero class going on with me at this moment. It was quite embarrassing, and it's quite, dude. I got there like, yeah, don't. Hi, I'm not normally dressed like this. I swear. Like, you have a suit? You have a suit? I do. It's you know what? I didn't sleep well, okay, and I got suckered into a Kohls charge card, and I don't know, man. So, needless to say, my planning and my organization of time and things going on was not going the greatest. So, that was kind of how that whole journey started, and then eventually we set up this whole venue the whole time in my pajamas, and I'm trying to stay awake. Honestly, I'm chugging caffeine, and it's not really doing a ton. I'm fading, which is fine because I was dressed to sleep anyway. And so we set up this whole venue. We're going. See how good my sound location was? I'm like, it's over here. I'm like, where is that? It's over here. So hey. Well, hang 10. So anyways, I was just kind of burnt and cooked, and we set up this whole thing. It's beautiful. So we get to the next day, and now I finally got my backpack and my suit and all these items, and the weddings are very long, especially if you're a groomsman, because it takes about 4 to 5 seconds to get ready. Meanwhile, the bride and the bridesmaids and maid of honor, all these people, there's a lot that goes into being a woman, so I'm told. So it's kind of like a whole day of getting pampered and everything. And meanwhile, we have to go to this venue, and we just kind of sit there, and we're like, well, are we out of bagels? What do we do now? So we just kind of sat around. And look, after we got ready, we're looking sharp, right? We're looking sharp, and I'm just kind of trying to memorize my speech and just trying to go over things. I'm pretty nervous about it. And then I'm given the rings. Okay, as the best man, it is my duty to hold the rings to this ceremony. Now, this was something I had not anticipated being nervous about. I was so focused on this speech because now I'd gotten a good night's sleep. I'd got my clothes back. Things were finally starting to lock in, and I'm like, well, just one thing. I only got one thing to focus on now. Hey, keep these very expensive things in your pocket. Keep them on you, or else there's no ceremony. What? Okay, so now I've got this weird pressure, and I don't even want, they take them out of the ring boxes, and I'm just putting them just raw in my pocket. And I was like, the wedding's not for hours. Can we not just keep these things in there so I don't have to worry about this? But no, okay, they want them just jingling around in my pocket, and I slapped my pants 30,000 times throughout this day. Okay, we got him. And a couple times I did a bit where I went, oh, okay, no, we're good. But that was truly how I was feeling the whole time, and it felt good to make someone else feel nervous for a chance. But I was like, okay, they're still good. There's money in the pocket. And in the suits, there's also a little inner ring pocket or something. So I'm worried that they're going to jingle and fall into there. Also, I know this is a new suit, but part of me can't help but think, what if I pull a Polar Express? And I'm just, logically overthinking. I'm scared, right? So I keep on checking. I'm like, okay, we got it. We're safe. And the pants are so tight that we go through a little practice. He's like, okay, put them in your pocket and try and give them to me during the ceremony. So I go and I'm trying to get my hand in my pocket, and it's not looking smooth or elegant at all. And they're like, just let it be. I'm worried, okay? I want everything to be smooth. And the closer we get to this wedding, I don't feel like I get nervous about a lot of things, at least if it's regarding just me, but this is about my best friend, okay? This is my brother. And this is his big day and his now wife's big day. By the way, congratulations to Drew and Carly. But I want this to be good for them. And I'm realizing as we inch closer and closer to this, how much I care about them. So I start feeling more and more like, oh, frick, this is, there's a lot of pressure on me at this point. So I want to look smooth. And we only do that one time. He's like, well, it's just going to be what it's going to be. My pocket ends up freaking laying inside out. And I'm like, here are the rings. I thought maybe I could just have him in my hand and just, pull him out from behind his ear like a magic trick. No one was on board with that. But so we get to the ceremony. And it's beautiful and it's elegant. The lights, the music, the people come down. Everybody's so happy, teary-eyed. It's the beautifulest moment. The marriage, the freaking ceremony of love is upon us. And I'm sitting there, hand over fist. And I'm waiting for this moment. And I know that this ring part is about to come. And then we do something that we didn't do in rehearsal. He says we're all going to bow our heads and pray. So as I do this, I look up and the whole freaking venue, everybody, eyes closed, head down, and I go, this is my freaking chance. So during this beautiful prayer where he's talking about the love and peace and, restoration of building two souls into one, just beautiful freaking livelihood under God, I'm like this freaking, I'm like, everybody's looking up to me. I'm trying to, it's just the biggest, I'm jingling with, I don't know, I'm hoping nobody opens their eyes. I'm like, freaking, and I get the freaking things, my pocket inside out. Like if anybody looked up during this freaking thing, I'm just fumbling around with my pockets. Like, and then I go, amen. I'm like, may I have the rings? Yeah, for sure. Had them just in my hand the whole time. And I thought it was so smooth. Luckily, it worked out perfectly, and nobody saw it, okay? I look like the biggest idiot, but you know what? You don't know what you don't know, okay? If a fool looks stupid while everyone has their eyes closed in the forest, did he ever look dumb? I don't think so. So anyways, that was how the whole ring thing turned out, and it was a great, flawless execution by me. Nobody was there to help me. I kept the rings, didn't lose them, and then I delivered them. Expedited shipping. Prime, baby. He's like, can I have the... Oh, I was just ready. I was so excited to get them off my person, and now that he had to take care of them. So this is all said and done. There's lots of wedding pictures. They're married. It's beautiful. It's fun, right? And again, congratulations to Drew and Carly. Now, things ramp up even more. You have like an hour and a half during the whole charcuterie hour and the talking and the, greeting and the meals and whatever that I have to just dwell on this speech. Is it good enough? Am I going to perform it right? Is it going to go over well? And when you write something like this, you think, hey, I know my friend. I know the words that I could use to make him laugh. And I kind of know his family. I hope it goes over well with his family. What I completely forgot about were these other people in his life. And not only that, but the bride, and I don't even know her that well, and everybody in her family. So I get up there. All right. They announce that I'm dwelling on this thing for hours. And people are like, hey, you're going to do great. You're going to do great. I'm like, hey, I really appreciate that, but it doesn't help because I'm already nervous. So they call my name, and now the best man will give his toast. And I'm freaking, okay, well, here we go. And I look out into the audience. I didn't recognize a single face. I don't even know where my parents were. If my face somehow locked onto them, it just matched into this whole sea of unknown. All right? It just looked like one huge stranger. I was like, oh, hi. Okay. And what was crazy about this, dude, was it just didn't go any way that I wanted it to. Okay. I thought I was going to memorize this thing and I was going to perform it. Hey, this is the joke. Yeah, he gets it. What's up, everybody? And I didn't have time to do that because I spent so much time in Kohls, and I didn't memorize it. So I had to bring the paper up with me. So I'm reading off this paper, and the mic starts cutting out, okay? And I'm like, hello, wait, hello, and I can't really hear it. I'm looking around, people are like saying, no, it's on. I'm like, okay, am I just hearing things? I don't know if it's actually cutting out. What's the deal? But then some people are like, and I can't tell if they're like not liking it or if there's technical difficulties. I have no idea what's going on, and then my hands are shaking. And I go, hey, hand, what's that about? All right, this isn't okay. My voice isn't shaking, but now my hands are shaking. I say stop, stop, and I keep snapping the paper forward. Snap, stop, stop. And I can't control it for the life of me. Now, this is embarrassing for multiple reasons. Okay, it was one that I wanted to give a good speech. I wanted to be nice and smooth, but also, of all the people I keep meeting, they say, "Hey, you're the best man in the pajamas. Oh, how are you? What do you do for a living? You act. Oh, you voice act. Oh, you talk for a living." And I go, "Yeah, I'm pretty nervous about this best man speech." And they go, no, you're not. You're going to do great. This is your thing." I go, "No, let's not raise the expectations. I'm trying to tell you they're down here. Do not push the bar. I'm trying to meet this. I'm probably going to hit this. I just want to meet this level of expectations," and they rocket it up. So now all these people, "Oh, this is the guy. He's the performer. Of course he's going to do great. He shows up there. Technical difficulties. Is it his fault? Does he not know how to use a microphone? And now he's not even looking around. He doesn't have his thing memorized, and his hands are shaking, dude." So I'm going, "Stop, man. Stop. Okay? I can't control myself." And I'm getting mad at this point, and I'm supposed to be delivering a beautiful, sentimental send-off of my brother as he, joins lives with his bride. And I'm upset, okay? And I know it's not about me. And the pressure was that I want everything to be good for them. But now it's becoming about me. And I start getting upset. And this mic's cutting out. And, dude, I almost left a freaking F-bomb on the table. I was like, imagine Mike's up, and it cuts right in. You're like, whoa, jeez, this was supposed to be a nice, beautiful Christian wedding. This guy starts going up there shaking. Mike's cutting out. He's like, "You know what? F this." I was fuming, and I got through it as best as I could, dude, okay? And you know what's even crazier about this? Is that I was dreading this the whole freaking day, but somehow, because my mind is in so many different places, it didn't even feel real. That before the whole handshaking and the microphone thing went out, I was like halfway through the speech, and I forgot where I was. Because I was just doing it. I was just like, I don't know if my brain was like trauma response, block it out. But at some point, I'm reading this, and I look out into all these people that I don't recognize, and I go, "Holy crap. What am I doing? I'm giving a speech." Like, I don't even know how I got up here. When did this happen? Like, I was, holy crap. And maybe that's when my hand started shaking. I was like, oh, I forgot what I was doing. I didn't, I was just sitting there reading my little thing and happy that I got rid of the rings. But, it was this whole thing where I was like, oh, geez, what's going on? So I was pretty bummed, to say the least, man. And, I go back down and I sit down and people go, "Hey, Tristan, that was really beautiful. You did a good job. Oh, ears tight. We laughed. It was fun." I go, "Shut the frick. No, it wasn't, okay? I was up there. I know how it was." But people kept trying to assure me, and maybe it was. Maybe it wasn't. I don't really know, but your own brain's like, this is how it went for sure. So even people trying to say that, it's like anytime I've had a bad performance, you completely block it out. They go, "That was really good." And you go, "No, it wasn't. Okay. In fact, now I don't know if I was afraid of you were going to judge me, but now I'm judging you for the fact you thought that was good. That wasn't good. That was so the opposite of what I wanted to happen." So yeah, people keep telling me, and I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever. So then I go and I sit back and I watch the Maid of Honors, and they go up and they have this speech. And as I'm watching that, there's so many thoughts racing through my head of what I would have done differently. I'm looking at my hand. I'm saying, "You betrayed me. You." Okay? Throughout the whole day, I'm thinking, "Hey, hand, are you going to shake? Okay, you're going to do something weird right now because we're going to try and execute a flawless performance. We can't be doing this like a maracha. Things aren't going well. And I'm just reflecting, million miles of thoughts per hour. MMTPH. And I'm watching them do the speech, and I notice, one, that they're not even looking out at all these strangers, which I thought was a very, it's not a performer move, but I thought that was a way better move to address the people that you're actually talking about. I went, why didn't I think of that? So not only that, but they're looking at the bride, and they're speaking, but the paper in their hand isn't shaking. You know why? Because they're holding a cell phone. You know why? Because it's 2024. Nobody prints out multiple pages of a paper and decides to walk up and then holding this, hey, 1 second, let me check the speech. All right, now to begin. No, they're on the phone, quick and easy, scan and put it back in the pocket. I brought out this freaking thing like I was out of the dark ages, but I don't know anything about speeches. I didn't know. I'd only printed it out so I could memorize it. I had no intention of bringing it up, but then I forgot that I didn't memorize it, so I brought it up, and I didn't realize I had it on my phone the whole time. Oh, so I'm like, that was, what, where? It never occurred to me, and I was jealous, man. I was jealous. Like, why didn't I think of that? And then there's like a weird portion of you, again, where this is about them. Okay, this is their day. Forget everything. It doesn't matter how I did as long as they liked it. And they said they did. We don't know for sure, but they said they liked it. So you get caught up in this little wave again. This was about me. You stupid ass. Why are you doing it? Part of me saw it as a talent show at this point. Because the performer in me, you know, you ever go to a talent show and people go right after you and go, I wish they started failing, you know, like that was so hard for me. I hope. I don't want to say it. I kind of, you know, you're like wishing downfall on them. The people, they're just trying to say, hey, we've always loved you. You've been the biggest part of our life. And then meanwhile, I'm like this. I hope they freaking fall down right now. Okay. And the mic doesn't cut out. I'm getting upset. And, you know, you have to, I was like, okay, calm down, chill out. What's the problem? It was really quick, but I caught myself thinking, I was like, what are you talking about? Get the, you know, I got out of there. So I went downstairs and I got out of the venue and just take a breath of fresh air. I was like, geez, well, at least it's over, right? The ring's around my pocket, the speech is out of my hand, things are all done. And I was just happy. I was just happy to have it over, man. But it was a pretty stressful thing, from the Kohls to the pajamas to the rings to the speech. It all wrapped up into not necessarily a bow, but a weird knot that doesn't look beautiful. But you know what? It was tied nonetheless. So that was basically how that whole wedding went. Now, a lot of people don't really care for the ceremony, all right? And they love the reception. The reception's fun. It's the wedding party. I'm the opposite, dude. I love the ceremony, and I don't care for the reception. And I'll tell you why, dude. Because weddings and the dancing suck, okay? Now, I'm a guy who usually, I'm down for anything that might be even half sort of fun, right? Most things that people complain about, I go, hey, give it a chance, we're going to have some fun. But every wedding I go to, I open up the venue and the itinerary, I go, okay, now we're going to start dancing for 4 hours? Hours? Are you kidding me? Now, look, I want to be on board with it. I really do. And I did a little bit of the dancing for like the first 2, maybe 3 songs. That's 10 minutes of this. Hey, hey, and everyone's just jumping in a circle. And we're doing this, and we're doing this. But after 10 minutes, I go, okay, now what? What are we doing now? And this goes on for hours, dude. I don't get the dancing portion. I've never felt more like I'm an alien, okay? Like if I was an extraterrestrial, I'm from another planet, I'm trying to blend in, I go, I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is. This doesn't make any sense. I don't get it. We're gonna blast them. Dude, I just feel bewildered by it. It's not old school. People dance all the time back in the old days, but I have no idea. I sat there and I looked at it and I went, how? Why? And also it was so loud my ears were hurting. And look, I get it, okay? A little bit of dancing, sure, it's fun. And if you're there with your partner, significant other, and you're dancing, you're having fun. It's the two of us, okay? It's a thing that you're doing. But 45 people in a circle, there's no rhyme or rhythm, and you're just going, next song comes. Next song comes. Still doing the thing. Taylor Swift comes on. Party in the USA comes on. Same thing. I left and walked up and down the stairs multiple times going like, is there like a different event or something? Like, and this happens every single wedding I go to. I was like, well, now what? Like, I don't know what's wrong with me. Okay, clearly everybody likes it. I don't know why. In my head, I'm like, this is a waste of time. Now, my patience, granted, is not the best. We know this. I'm the quickest to be like, and bored, okay? Like, I'm like, and set. Something new. Doesn't have to be exciting, but something, change it up, okay? Or at least throw in a couple slow dances. Like, I don't know, do something. But I watched this thing go on again and again and for hours, and I went, jeez, why? And I'm asking you sincerely, how, maybe it's just on me, okay? Maybe I'm too stuck up that I can't be like, oh, I don't see the fun in this. But if it was my wedding, dude, from now on, this is what I'm going to do, okay? I'm going to throw on, you're going to go through your whole, daughter, father dances and all those things, and then we'll put on a few songs, and we'll all get this out of our system. Oh, that was good. That was fun. And then I'm going to say, hey, I'm going to leave some music on for about an hour for any of you sickos who are interested. But really, instead of spending the money on the DJ, we're going to have a cornhole and pickleball tournament. Winner, okay, teams of 2, winner gets a cash prize of $500. Who's in? Right? Now, immediately, there's music playing in the background, and only the people that like to do this for hours on end will be there. But the real freaking superior people and athletes that will be interested in good competition and breeding fun and excitement will be out there on the field taking challenge in something. I don't know what this is anymore. I don't get it. So please, somebody explain to me how? How, dude? And I can't even talk to anybody because the music's so loud. And I can't hear everything. And everybody's like, yeah, well, we're going to leave. And so many people. And they're like, why don't you get on the dance floor? Come on, man. Get on the dance floor. I'm like, I already did that for 10 minutes. I got back up eventually because it's my best friend's wedding. I did it for another 15, 20. But I was like, this is the same thing I was doing. I could do it at home, in the shower, or the garage, or on the car ride, or anywhere. And I don't need it to be here. Like, I don't get it, man. I don't get weddings. I love the ceremony. I love watching these people that I care about getting married and commit themselves before God, and it's a beautiful thing of love. But then this, it's just, I feel lost, dude. I feel just so, just stupid. Like, I don't get it, man. I really don't. Also, like, it would be cool if maybe they did, like, some breakdancing circles or something, but I realized that there are no good Christian party songs, okay? Like, for weddings, like, this is your party song, we're gonna break it down and have some fun, right? There are none. There are no Christian party songs. So you have this beautiful, faithful wedding, and then you go to the dance portion, and there's a lot of rap music, okay? Now, rap's fine, but what is rap about, really? Rap gets a little naughty-ish, if you could say. So it's a weird kind of contrast to have. I'm sitting there kind of laughing. It's a weird contrast to have this very godly wedding, so much so that they take a break in the middle of the ceremony and they go, now the bride and groom will go share communion, okay? And 15 minutes after they break bread with Jesus Christ, they're on the dance floor and they're twerking and singing songs about a dude ejaculating. So it's kind of a, where's the line? What is this really about? And no shame to anybody. That's what party music is, okay? That's just kind of what most of the songs are about, because I don't know. That's not really my music. Again, I don't get the dancing at all. It's not because I'm like, this song's naughty, I don't want to be a part of it. I'm just like, I just, whatever. But I did have to admire that there is every Christian wedding I've been to, it's all the same. It's always the same songs. You go, yeah, wait, what? Didn't he just, is he holding a Bible while he's doing that? It's so kind of weird, man. It's always a good time, dude. Always a good time. So that was the wedding in its entirety. It was fun. It was great. It was very stressful for me, and I couldn't be more happy with my friend, and I'm happy that he's happy, and the bride, and again, just another congratulations for them, because it's a beautiful thing to start a chapter together, and you move on, you build this life. But you know what? That's what weddings are, and I love weddings. Don't love the dancing, but I love weddings. So anyways, other than that, man, what's going on? I did finish Shogun. Okay, Shogun. Can you do that? Is that racist? Okay, I don't think so. It's a good impression. I think it's only racist if it's not well done. No, as long as it's not mocking, is what I've always said. If you go, oh, sure, that racist. But if I go like this, Shogun, because I think it's cool. Super cool. That's awesome. Not racist. Anyways, I finished Shogun, and I said it was a fantastic show about this Englishman who washes up in feudal Japan, and he gets mixed up in a war, and he just, I want my men, and I want my ship, and I want to get out. Where are my men? Where are my ship? It was great for a long time. And you kind of build up over this short little miniseries to the war, all right? This war, they're going to storm and they're going to take Osaka, I believe, one of the freaking big Japan cities. And the show bombed. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I loved the show. I hyped it up to you multiple times, but the show bombed. What went from an A+, dropped all the way to a C just based on the last 2 episodes, and I'll tell you why. 1, they kill off one of the best characters they had. And then 2, the whole show is ramping up to this big war, right? You're ramping up to this big, exciting event that how are they going to fit this all into one episode? I'll tell you how. They don't, okay? They don't show any of it. The show literally ends with them standing on a cliffside and go, "Are you ready?" "Yeah." And we don't see the war at all. Dude. That doesn't make any sense. You can't get away with that with any other movie, any other show where you build up, okay? What if the whole Breaking Bad thing was just him about to be like, "Well, I'm going to make a drug." And they go, "Yeah." And it just ends right there, all right? And I've never seen Game of Thrones, but what if they're like, "We're going to see a dragon eventually." "Yeah." No, dude. Imagine with any other FBI or crime show where they go, "All right, here's what we got. Here's all the evidence. Now, let's go solve the case." Cut to black. And you never see them even do the thing, dude. It was so upsetting. Why get invested with somebody's life and career and potential and what's going to happen if they never do anything with it? I was so upset, man. It ruined the entire, all I did was just watch exposition, whatever it's called, okay? I just watched details about a story that's not existing. I was fuming, dude. I was fuming. Super mellow, not okay, all right? I hated the ending. I think it was awful. And speaking of other shows, dude, Velma Season 3 has just been renewed. Hold the applause. Snap fingers. Don't clap, all right? I don't like the show Velma, and I don't like that people keep hate watching it. Nobody likes this show. But you know what you people keep doing? You keep going, "This show sucks so much. Let me watch it so I can feel like I'm ingrained in the pop culture so we can all collectively hate on it together." Ignore it, man. So now it doesn't matter what the ratings are. If they're like, "Wow, millions and millions of people are watching this, they must want more of it." There's a Season 3, okay? You know how many shows even get Season 3? This is one of the worst things ever. And also, I love Scooby-Doo. And you're ruining what Scooby-Doo is to me, okay? I'm a grown man. I like the Doo, all right? And I'm fine to admit that. And you're ruining what it means to me. Imagine if you had something like the Looney Tunes and just made it really mature and just all about sex and race and political. That's not what the Looney Tunes are. That's not what Hanna-Barbera stood for, Jack, all right? It's not what Warner Bros. Well, I mean, it might be. But it's not what Scooby-Doo's about. Raggy, raggy, raggy. So anyways, people keep hate watching this thing, and I know I've been screaming this whole time, but you know what? I realized that I'm just really passionate about a lot of stuff, dude. So don't hate watch, don't scream like I am, all right? And if you're gonna hate anything, do it just in a microphone and without actually, having any, I didn't actually investigate why people love dancing. I'm just hating on it without participating, and that's what life's about, okay? You can be critical without looking at it and actually knowing what the show's about. Just hate it from afar. Just hate. This is one of the few times I say you should do this, but just hate it without actually getting to know it. You know what? Judge that book by its cover and don't look at it. All right? Season 1 was fine. We had to know for sure if it was stupid as we thought. But Season 1 and 2, now they're getting 3 seasons of this crap, dude. Of this crap. Stop doing that, okay? It's like the whole thing where well, if you really want to cancel it, just don't pay any attention to it. Exactly. Stop paying attention. And yeah, I might have just made it worse because I addressed it. And now watch somebody see me go, "Why is he so angry about this?" Okay, so you know what? Because of his reaction, because it's so extreme and outlandish, I'm going to go try dance at a wedding, and then I'm going to check out Velma. All right? Maybe because he's so crazy about it, maybe this is a controversial opinion that I got to take part of. And for that, I'm sorry, okay? I think I've made a mistake, all right? That was partly due to my impatience. I'm jazzercised. Things are going well for me, so I'm just kind of launching out and lashing out at things that don't make sense to me, and I blew it. I blew it. So you know what? At the end of the day, I've got this new shirt that I got for like 20% off, so things can't be that bad. It can't be that bad, no matter how bad the weddings are and how stressful and how much you bomb out of the thing and Velma keeps getting renewed. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Because Kohls has good deals. It's not a sponsor, but Kohls has good deals, and you better believe you'll find me wandering through those aisles. Guys, thank you so much for tuning into this episode. Have full circus, kiss, kiss. Do not kiss the Irish. But my name is Ben Tristan, and it will be next week as well. And I'm just so grateful and thankful to, you know what, this isn't a wedding. It's not as beautiful and ceremonious as that, but you know what? I have been so grateful and just overjoyed to share this with you. This is how freaking toddlers, they reach out. We want love, just arms wide open. I'm happy, guys. I'm happy to have you, and I'm grateful for all the fun that we have and that we share. Thank you, and I will see you in the next episode. It could be right here. It could be right here. Who knows? All right? Beep.